This Procreate tutorial is short and easy. Let me guide you through the steps of creating this stained glass style sun at sea. All you need is a canvas of 2500 pixels by 2500 pixels. I've linked a color palette in the description, and we will be using brushes that are already in the Procreate app. So let's dive right in. First, we'll grab the monoline brush under calligraphy, and we'll grab pure black. You can just go to your color menu and then double tap here to grab black. And for this brush, I have the opacity set to 100% and the size is at 30. And now we are going to draw a horizon. We'll start here halfway, then draw a line, hold your pen in place, and then tap one finger on the screen so you'll have a perfectly horizontal line. Then we'll make a new layer. We'll go to the layer menu and tap the plus, and then we'll draw a circle. Again, hold your pen in place and tap one finger on the screen, this time for a perfectly round circle. Then go to the Move and Transform tool, the little arrow, set it to snapping or turn that on, and then put your circle in the center and a little bit above the horizon, like this. Now I do want some more space at the top, so we can go to the layer menu and select both of these layers. Then go back to the Move and Transform tool and then move it downward a little bit to about here. Now I want to remove the bottom part of the circle. We can do that by going to the circle layer, then go to the selection tool, set it to rectangle and select that bottom part. And then you can swipe with 3 fingers to erase that. Or of course you could also just grab the eraser and then erase it by hand, but this is a little bit quicker. Next we'll make another layer, so we'll go to the layer menu again, tap the plus, then we'll go to the wrench, to canvas, we'll turn on the drawing guide, then we'll go to edit drawing guide and set it to symmetry, then tap options and turn on radial. Then drag this little circle upward to about here and then tap done. Then when you go to your layer, you'll see that it's assisted. So all of our lines will give this crazy effect. Let's go from the center. And let's make some of these sun rays from the center outward. And another one. And maybe one over here. So you get a whole bunch of sun rays. Then we need to remove a part, of course. We can go to the selection tool again, use the rectangular selection for this bottom part and swipe with 3 fingers. And you can also go back to the selection tool and set it to freehand and then select the inside of that circle. Close the selection and then swipe with 3 fingers to erase the middle part. And then let's zoom out. And then let's make another layer on top of this. Let's tap the plus. And now let's make some clouds, some cloud shapes. We'll start here, make a rounded shape, then start here, make another one. And then do the same on this side, a rounded shape like this. And attach another one and another one. Now we need to erase some parts again. We need to erase some parts of the sun rays. Let's go to this layer and let's turn off drawing assist, tap the layer, turn off drawing assist, and then with the eraser or with the selection tool, whatever you prefer, I have the eraser set to the monoline brush. You can just go over those rays. Let me make the brush a bit bigger, 40%, and erase those rays. And this one, just to clean things up. And finally this one. Then I'd like to add some lines in the bottom area. We'll make another layer for that. We'll add all these different elements on different layers and then later we'll merge them. So let's grab the brush again, the monoline brush, and now we'll make some wavy lines. This is like the sandy shore. just wavy lines. Maybe also a few attached. I think this looks nice. Now let's add some lines for our water. We can do that on this same layer. And I want the lines to be perfectly horizontal. Now you could do that by holding your pen in place and then tapping your finger on the screen, or we can go to the wrench, then to Edit Drawing Guide, then set it to 2D Grid and turn on Assisted Drawing, then tap Done, and then we can just make horizontal lines. Let's make one here with a little break, and like this. Then one from the left all the way to the right, and then maybe one with a break again. And one longer one. So you'll end up with something like this. Then we can turn off the drawing guide by going to the wrench, to canvas, turning off the drawing guide, and then we'll go to the layer menu and pinch all these layers together. Then we'll tap this layer and turn on reference. And now on layers underneath this, we can drop in all the colors. Let's tap the plus, drag this layer underneath, and let's start with this color. First color in the first row. Let's drag it in here and then use continue filling. And just use this color for a few of these rays, and maybe this part of the water, and maybe over here. And then we'll make a new layer on top of this, tap the plus, and then go to the next color. We'll make a new layer for each color that we'll use. And every time you can use continue filling and drop in these colors. And then perhaps over here, and then move on to the next. Go to the third color, drag that in, use continue filling. And over here. Then the next one, tap the plus for a new layer, grab the next color, the brighter blue, use continue filling, and then again make a new layer as you move to the next color. This one over here, let's drag that in here, and then move on. Let's tap the plus and grab the next color, sixth color, in the first row, and drag that in here and here. Then onto the next, we'll tap the plus for a new layer, onto the next color, this one, drag it in here, and let's also use it for these areas. Then let's tap the plus, then we'll grab this light color, actually ninth color in the first row. Some of the colors we'll use for the extra touches we'll add later. Then another layer, tap the plus, then we'll move to the yellow. We'll add that to our sun. Tap the plus, or no, the continue filling. Add it here. Then another layer, tap the plus, grab the second color in the second row, drag that in here, and then tap the plus again. Let's grab this reddish color, third color in the second row. All right, just a quick little break. I hope you are enjoying the video so far. If you are, then you should definitely check out this video that I have at Patreon, in which we create a realistic looking ice cream. In about an hour of time, I will take you through the entire process, so you'll be able to paint an ice cream this summer as well. All right, now let's get back to our tutorial. Now we have all these layers with the different colors, and we are going to add an effect there. First, we need to turn on alpha lock for all of these layers, so we won't be able to paint outside of these shapes. You can do that by tapping the layer and turning on alpha lock, or sliding down with 2 fingers on these layers. And you can see alpha lock is turned on when you see that checkerboard pattern. Then we'll go to the water brushes and use the wet sponge brush. And on each of these layers, we are going to add a bit of color variety. Now this brush is set to 100% opacity. The size is at 65%. And for instance, on this red layer, we can add some of this darker red, fourth color in the second row, and just go over there, add a bit of that watery texture. We can also go a bit lighter with this color, 10th color in the first row, add a bit of that, and then move on to the next layer, the orange-like layer. Let's grab that third color in the second row and add a little effect. Then for the yellow layer with our sun and this part, let's grab the second color in the second row, add a bit of that here, and also a bit here at the top. Then let's switch to this light color, 9th color in the first row, add a little bit of that over here. And then let's grab this color, 3rd color in the second row for the top of our sun. And in the lower area, I'd like to add some more light. Let's grab this color, 8th color in the first row for that lower area. And you can do this for all of the colored layers until you have something that looks like this. Then for a final little touch, we'll go to the top layer, which has our lines. Then we'll duplicate that by sliding to the left and tapping duplicate. Then go to the bottom one, tap it and turn on alpha lock. Then we'll grab this color, 9th color in the first row, go back to the layer, tap it and then tap fill layer. Then go to the move and transform tool and tap downward to create these light lines at the tops. Then tap the arrow again, and then tap and hold the eraser to make it switch to that wet sponge brush. And then we'll go over some of these areas. Let's make the brush a tiny bit bigger, 30%. And just go over there and just remove a few of these on the sides. A little bit around these areas. So we have the most of these light lines in the center. And there's your stained glass style sun at sea. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.